Welcome to Live at Pat's Crib, a jam session featuring some of Virginia's finest jazz performers, available on demand on YouTube. Tonight, the house band consists of Jorge Cruz on guitar, Ravi Palet on bass, Ben Peters on sax, Evan Coleman on keyboards, and yours truly, Pat Bergin, on drums and vocals. Also, Eli Younger is back to sing a couple of tunes and play some Flugelhorn. This month, we take you back to Detroit for a very special Jazz Club of the Month. And so, without further ado,
what a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that sing soft and low. And all the nights magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I want to make love to you tonight. I can't wait for the morning to come. You know, I know that the time is just right. When straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I will make you my own. And all the nights magic seems to whisper and hush, and all this soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? All right. What a marvelous night for a moon dance, with the stars shining bright in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance, neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to please to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. And all the nights magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Can I just have some more romance with you, my love? Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? 1, 2, 3.
Moondance. There's one that was originally done by Van Morrison. There was a version out some time later which featured both Van Morrison and Georgie Fame, and they had John Hendricks of Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross in on the end of that thing, and he was doing some scat lines. So that's kind of the version that we used. That opens things up for Live at Pat's Crib. Before we get started on the show, we have a friend. Sandy and I have a friend that we knew from 50 years ago.
That.
You what?
I said, imagine that.
Imagine that, 50 years ago, back in Toronto. And that's Lori. What's her last name now?
I can't remember what her last name is now,
Okay,
but her maiden name was Gallant.
Okay, we'll say Lori
So,
Gallant.
yeah,
Lori is
that's why I know.
celebrating her 90th birthday today.
She's 61
Oh,
today, I
I'm
believe.
sorry, my mistake, 61.
Yeah.
So Sandy and I wish Lori a very, very happy birthday.
Hey,
Thanks for watching the show, and make sure all of your friends in Toronto are tuned in, okay?
Yeah, we just found Lori, actually.
Yep, after 50 years.
Yeah.
We found her.
Yeah.
So, and we both wish we hadn't, but you know, that's the way it is. All right.
He's kidding, Lori. He loves you.
Yeah, I love you, Lori.
Happy birthday.
All right, welcome to the show. Let me introduce the guys in the group, and we've got some really, really great talent lined up for you tonight. We've got Ravi Palet over there on bass. Give it up for him right there, Ravi Palet. Jorge Cruz on guitar. He's back with us. Boy, it's taken us a while, but we finally got this guy. How long has it been since we've been working on this thing? 3 months, something like that, trying to get Evan Coleman on keyboard. And Evan is doing both the house band tonight, plus he's going to be featured in a couple of songs of his choosing a little bit later. Ben Peters actually got lost on his way here, which is not unusual for
I'll
Ben.
go find Ben.
Sandy's going to go find him, and Ben will be here to play saxophone in a few minutes. But right now, I've got a song. I want to introduce this. There was a guy, and you have to actually read about this yourself. Google it. The song is Nature Boy by Nat King Cole. But the guy that wrote this was homeless, living in a cave in Palm Springs, California, when he wrote this song, and got it to Nat King Cole's manager. Nat King Cole wanted to record it, but couldn't find him because he'd moved from the cave. But they finally tracked this guy down. He was living underneath the L, one of the L's in the Hollywood sign in Hollywood, California, camped out. And Nat got his permission to record the song, and it became a multi-million selling record. The group was called, he belonged to a group called the Nature Boys that were very similar to Rastafarians in a way. But this was in the mid-40s. He had his long hair, he wouldn't cut his hair, long beard, he wouldn't cut his beard. And imagine how this guy stood out in the 1940s. Anyway, this is the song. It's a fabulous tune. Nat King Cole had a #1 hit with it, and I'm going to give it my best shot. Here's Nature Boy.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far, very far, over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise was he. And then one day, one magic day, he came my way. We spoke of many things, of fools and kings. This he said to me, the greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. one day, one magic day, he came my way. We spoke of many things, fools and kings. This he said to me: the greatest thing you ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
Jazz Club of the Month, and we're going back to the Motor City for this one. Get this, it's Aretha's Jazz Cafe. Yes, that Aretha. It's next. Back with the Jazz Club of the Month here on Live at Pat's Crib, and we're going back to the Motor City. We're going back to Detroit for this one. I happened to stumble across this place when I was visiting back home a couple of months ago with my brother. It's Aretha's Jazz Cafe, and it's located in the old Detroit Music Hall. Now, that was built originally in 1928. It's almost 100 years old. It was originally what they would call legitimate theater for theatrical and stage presentations, but later it was renamed as the Music Hall. That would have been in 1948, and it became the home of the Detroit Symphony. They moved, and in 1951, it became one of the two Cinerama theaters, or the first two Cinerama theaters in America. Remember Cinerama? It had the wraparound screen and the 7-channel stereo. I actually went there to see a Cinerama movie when I was in the Cub Scouts. I must have been about 7 years old. The place fell into terrible disrepair like so many other places in Detroit, but in 1974, the organization called Detroit Renaissance took over. That included the Kresge Foundation and the Board of Trustees, and they did a comprehensive renovation, and they restored it back to its original Art Deco glory, and that's the way it remains today. It became the Jazz Cafe in 2006, but in 2019 they renamed it Aretha's Jazz Cafe in honor of Aretha Franklin. She had always wished to have a downtown central jazz club that bared her name, so they did that. Now they host all kinds of music events. It would take me the rest of the day here to go through all of them. But the one thing that they do that I love is the jam session. You see that guy on the drums there? Do you recognize him? That's me. And on the official bio for the club, it's in big letters, in capital letters, it says, anyone is welcome to try out their chops. Well, if anyone can do it, they let me do it. I'll tell you one thing. If you ever happen into the Motor City, we mentioned a couple of other clubs there before, but this one is a must-see because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's so well maintained and renovated, and it just has that fantastic 1920s Art Deco look to it. You just won't find that anyplace else. It's right downtown, and it's at 350 Madison Street. The beauty of this is you can go a half mile, you can walk a half mile and stop in at either Lafayette or American Coney Island and sample one of the Detroit masterpiece creations, the food creations, the Coney Island hot dog. Okay, that does it for our Jazz Club of the Month this month. Back to the music.
We are here with Evan Coleman, ladies and gentlemen. Good enough to come by and not only participate in the show as one of the house band members, but as a featured member. And we've been trying, as I mentioned on the show, to get him on Pat's Crib for what, I guess 3 months now, and finally we were able to make it work. So I'm going to ask you the question that we always ask everybody when they first come on the show. Are you from this area or are you from elsewhere?
Elsewhere. Very much elsewhere.
Tell me where.
I grew up in Oregon, just outside Portland.
Right.
And I went to undergrad at Oregon State, so Corvallis, little farm town in Oregon, and did my first bit of grad school in upstate New York in Syracuse.
Wow.
And then ended up in Virginia about 13 years ago now. So I've been here for quite a while.
Yeah.
But
Seems like a lot of the folks that we have, musicians that we bring on this show in particular, take the same kind of route. They just kind of wander all over and somehow wind up here. So let me ask you how the somehow occurred. How did you wind up in Fredericksburg, Virginia?
job. So I finished grad school. I got a job at Dahlgren, the naval base, and kind of been working kind of government or government adjacent contractor, right, ever since then. So my wife works in the area too, so it's just been kind of comfortable and very good to us. So.
Fredericksburg, we've mentioned on this show a number of times, a very special little area. You don't usually see a town of 30,000 people with the quality of musicians that we have here. It really does shock people. It shocked me, as a matter of fact, when I first came here. So let me ask you how you got into playing jazz. A lot of folks come on the show and they say, well, I started out playing rock, or I started out playing something else and kind of gravitated toward it. How did it happen for you?
I was a trumpet player forever. So I grew up playing trumpet. I wanted to major in music in jazz performance actually in college. And I got talked into kind of more splitting it. And I ended up just short of finishing my music major in performance. I ended up with a minor. And I haven't touched my trumpet much in the last year or so. I kind of always, a lot of band kids I think grew up hitting the piano in the back of the room. I never took piano lessons, never really played growing up. In college, I started taking lessons. I had to do juries as part of the musical torture they put you through, and I ended up taking piano lessons from my accompanist for a year or two, and that kind of got me started on piano. And since I was always kind of a jazz player on trumpet, it just kind of became natural to play on piano. But I've started kind of playing around groups in Fredericksburg on piano probably only in the last 5 or 6 years. Kind of started a little quartet. Played with some of the other members you've had on here. Sure. Played out in public. Played with the big band. But yeah, I guess I got into jazz pretty early. I guess more middle school jazz band. You know, a lot of horn players kind of take that route. Yeah. It's the rhythm section that takes the. I started with rock, and then I wanted to ad lib, or I wanted to do something else. For me, it was I picked up a rhythm instrument later.
I see. Well, you're a fabulous piano player. You got a great ear, and you're very inventive. So I think you probably made the right choice. But I don't know. Maybe one of these days we'll have you pick up the horn. You think you can do that?
I probably have one song in me before my lips give out on any given day. Maybe half a song. I think I could, in about 2 weeks, if someone was like, you have a show in 2 weeks, I think I could buckle down and just do nothing but etudes and exercises and get my chops back enough to get through a gig. But I'm not convinced.
Oh, it's unfortunate. I was looking forward to seeing you do it one of these days. Okay, what do you got coming up? Let's tell me all about your schedule and where we can see you perform.
So there's a big band show at UMW coming up in a couple weeks, and then I'm playing with Super Locrian with Kyle. Yep, and we have a couple trio shows. So it's Kyle, myself, and Luke. Luke Gray on bass. We're playing at Curitiba on I think it's the 26th of this month or the 19th of this month. I'd have to check my count. But the end of this month and in mid-May. So in the next couple months, I think it's mostly big band shows and a couple little trio shows with Kyle.
Fantastic. We're happy that you were finally able to get here and do the show with us tonight. You know, it's been a pleasure having you. And we hope to see you back here one of these days, maybe doing another episode with us. We do these once a month, presumably, but we had to take a little time off because of I was not feeling well, and everybody was working. Everybody was getting paid. So they didn't want to come by my place. See, Ben is waving his arm right there. He was one of them. All right. Evan, thank you very much for being with us. It's been a pleasure, and you played great.
forget to drop by the Colonial Tavern in Fredericksburg for the monthly jam session sponsored in part by the Fredericksburg Jazz Collective. On the second Thursday of each month, the area's finest jazz musicians, professional and amateur alike, get together to crank out some seriously sweet jams from 7 to 9:30 p.m. See you there!
Sugar drips from her sweet lips, the sugar is mine. You bet your life a sweet sugar like this will be hard to find. She'll pick me up, she'll make me feel nice, she'll make me think twice about paradise, like sugar and spice, and everything nice she's sugar to me. Sweet sounds of joy come into my ears when my sugar is near. She sounds so sweet, my heart skips a beat when my sugar is near. She picked me up, she's make me feel nice, she make me think twice about paradise, like sugar and spice, and everything nice she's sugar to me. Shabba do da 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 ba ba please oh baby do up saba di ba da da baby ba ba do da do da di da se ba da di ba da 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 sing it out ba ba do ba do ba ba di do ba da ba da de ba 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 de saba da ba di saba da sugar drips from her three hips, the street hard to find. You bet your life sweet sugar like this will be hard to find. She picked me up, she make me feel nice, she make me think twice about paradise, like sugar and spice and everything nice. She's sugar to me. Sweet sounds of joys are coming to my ear when my sugar is near. She sounds so sweet, my heart skips a beat when my sugar is near. She picked me up, she made me feel nice, she made me think twice about paradise, like sugar and spice and everything nice. She's sugar to me. me. Take me up to make me feel nice, to make me think twice about paradise, like sugar and spice and everything nice. She's sugar to me. Growing like the sun, warming everyone. Will you walk with me? Rain and winter snow only help you grow. Won't you walk with me? More and more each hour, like a precious little flower. More and more each hour, like a precious little flower. Dewy morning dawn, pretty petals yawn as you turn to me. Say it will grow like a flower grows, even heavenly. lights the sky, left the fragrant sky, sweeter be the wind. Warmer is the spring, when you dance and sing, it's spring again. There's a April shower, like a precious little flower. More and more we shower, like a precious little flower, glowing like the sun, warming everyone when you walk with me. Rain and winter snow come to help you grow as you walk with me.
Don't forget to drop by the Colonial Tavern in Fredericksburg for the monthly jam session sponsored in part by the Fredericksburg Jazz Collective. On the second Thursday of each month, the area's finest jazz musicians, professional and amateur alike, get together to crank out some seriously sweet jams from 7 to 9:30 p.m. See you there!
Well, that does it for another episode of Live at Pat's Crib. We're happy you were able to join us tonight, and we hope you'll join us again next month for 2 brand new guest artists. Now, if you are a musician, a jazz musician in particular, and you play an instrument or you sing, please drop by the Fredericksburg Jazz Collective monthly jam session at the Colonial Tavern on the 2nd Thursday of every month. It's an open jam session, so come up and join us. In the meantime, we'll see you again next month for another episode of Live at Pat's Crib. Good night.
The preceding show was taped before a live audience. At least they were when we started. No musicians were harmed in the making of this video, except for me when I slipped and fell into John. All musicians are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law, which they are. If I talk any faster, my teeth will fall out.